Plaintiff Brandon Frere says he was an alcoholic when he met the defendant, and Brandon made a lot of mistakes back then. Brandon claims after he went to jail on an assault charge, he decided to turn his life around. Brandon's suing the defendant today for an unpaid loan. Defendant Cody Alleman says he and Brandon used to party all the time together, and although he respects the fact that Brandon has since sobered up, he does not appreciate when Brandon criticizes his lifestyle choices. Cody insists his mother borrowed money from Brandon, so he should be suing her.
Start with you.
I met Cody when I was 22 years old. I met him when I was in a state of arrested development. We used to drink a lot together, and because of that—
Arrested development, that's a nice way to put it.
Well, I made a lot of mistakes back then. I was doing things a lot my own way. I was very selfish and self-centered, and I wasn't listening to my parents at all. And I've had to
You're
cool
an
my—
alcoholic or a drug addict?
Alcoholic, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I had to cool my heels in a jail cell to be able to sit there and get perspective on my life and figure things out.
That's
got an
the
assault
arrested
charge,
part.
Your Honor.
The arrested development. Got it. All right. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. I understand.
I made a lot of mistakes back then. I was doing things a lot my own way. I was very selfish and self-centered, and I wasn't listening to my parents at all. And I've had to
You're
cool
an
my—
alcoholic or a drug addict?
Alcoholic, Your Honor.
Okay.
Defendant Cody Alleman was friends with the plaintiff, and although he respects the fact that the plaintiff quit drinking and is now sober, he does not appreciate when Brandon criticizes his lifestyle choices.
How long were you in jail?
I was in and out, and I was struggling to figure things out until I just got fed up. It went on for about 3 years before I just decided enough's enough, and
When did you change?
when I was 26 years old, Your Honor.
Okay.
And then I woke up and
What have you been doing
sober.
since then?
I've been going to a lot of meetings. I've been going to college. I'm going to school for automation and robotics, and go to 4 meetings a week. I work the steps with my sponsor. I call my sponsor every single day. I'm not like all the rest of the nice people out here. I have a—
There's a couple alcoholics out there, I promise. Don't kid yourself.
Okay.
All right. Let me hear from you. Give me some background, sir.
Well, met Brandon here about, like you said, we're 22. We're just partying a lot together. We met through mutual partying buddies, and he got into some trouble and he got sober, and I definitely commend him on all that. But sometimes it comes off a little too judgmental on other people as they're still using or just drinking occasionally and whatnot. And I just, we kind of just fell out after all that. But I definitely give him mad respect on being sober. I mean, that's—
What's your situation on that?
My situation on being sober?
Yeah, you're saying he gets judgmental. Does that mean he believes you drink too much or something? Does he criticize you?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, even if I'm just having, a couple of beers or whatnot, he wants to come over and preach a little bit extra, like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have that beer, or maybe you should just calm down or whatever, even if I'm just there having a good time enjoying myself.
All right. Why are you suing your friend?
I'm suing my friend Cody Alleman because I gave him $3,000 to hire him a lawyer. He got himself some trouble. He got himself—
When did you do this?
In April of 2015, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's been about 1.5 years now, and he still only paid me about $50. $50.
And when you ask about it, what does he say?
Well, I get excuse after excuse, and I'm sick and tired of hearing them. I hear, oh man, I just don't got it. I hear, oh, I'm supposed to get some money back from my taxes, and then it's going to— It's going to the doctor now, So I'm just sitting here. I'm like, do I have welcome written on my forehead? I mean, Cody, does this say welcome on my forehead?
No, yeah.
It's because I'm not a doormat, Cody.
So
I'm
you're
not a doormat. I'm
to
sick and
walk
tired of getting
over.
walked on.
Hey, people got bills, things, child support.
Yeah,
taking
I got
my
bills.
income. I mean, come on, man.
I got
What's
bills
happening?
too, Cody.
Hopping through jobs and all that. I mean, this ain't easy, you know what I mean?
That's your
Not for all of
defense?
us. No.
What's your defense?
Well, so, okay, I got into some trouble back in April. It was, I was drinking. I got into a bar fight. And so I was talking with my mom, and Brandon's name came up because he had gotten to the same kind of similar altercation or situation. And, so she talked to him about advice or whatever for a lawyer. And she ended up asking him to borrow some money for a lawyer. So my defense is that I don't think he should be suing me for the $3,000 because I'm not the one who borrowed it.
You should sue your mama for getting you out of jail. That's what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sue my mama. Real stand-up guy. Might be the case if you never spoke with him, you never told him you would pay him?
No.
You never acknowledged that you owed him?
No.
No, that's not even true, Your Honor. I spoke with him and his mom. I made this very clear.
Throwing mama under the bus. You see that right now, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's why I need you to start earlier than that in the process.
He got into some trouble and he got sober, and I definitely commend him on all that. But, sometimes it comes off a little too judgmental on other people as they're, still using or just drinking occasionally and whatnot. And I just, we kind of just fell out after all that. But I definitely give him mad respect on being sober. I mean,
Defendant Cody Alleman was friends with the plaintiff, and although he respects the fact that the plaintiff quit drinking and is now sober, he does not appreciate when Brandon criticizes his lifestyle choices.
Who called you, and who did you agree to give the money to?
I was called by Rhonda Meller. That's Cody's
His mother?
Yes, that's true, Your Honor. She called me to meet for coffee, and she told me the situation. She said Cody got himself into some serious trouble. She said she hit somebody with a bar stool. I was like, you can't do that. He's gonna ring him up pretty good when he goes to court. So I said, you know what? I want Cody back. I think this will be a wake-up call for him. It was a wake-up call for me when I was doing stuff like that, so I'll do it. And I thought to myself, I better check it in with Cody. We had a conversation about what lawyer we're gonna hire. So we drove to the bank and
You were already intending to put the money in his mother's hand.
Yes, that's true, Your Honor.
And then you called him? When did you call him? That's my question.
I called him before I transferred the money. I was in the parking lot of the bank.
That's when you called him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was his mother with you?
His mother was in the car with me.
Who suggested calling him?
I don't remember exactly who called who, but I do know that the conversation took place.
The three of you all were on speakerphone?
Yes.
no, that's not even what happened on the conversation.
What happened, sir? Go ahead. You tell me what happened.
So from what I remember in the conversation, they just had brought up the fact that my mom was borrowing.
Who called you?
Brandon. My
Alone?
mom was with him.
They called you, handed the phone to each other, or?
They were on speakerphone.
They called you on speakerphone. What was said?
What was said is that Brandon was going to borrow my mom the $3,000 and that he had an idea for a lawyer, that it was one of his good buddies. Though there was no payment agreement that I would help pay or anything to that nature.
You know what, Cody? I can't believe you're gonna do this to me, man. I mean, I got this right here. Right here. Your mom's own words, Cody. Your mom's
Not
own
my words. They ain't my words.
That's your mom's words.
Not my words.
Your mom's words good as gold to me.
Two different people.
I had barbecue with your mom, man.
So have I.
I pet
Had a
your
barbecue
dog.
with you. I fed your dog. What you mean? I play with your dog, bro.
Act of friendship.
Those ain't my words.
Come on, man.
Just saying, come on now.
I picture a dog.
I, Rhonda Miller, borrowed $3,000 from Brandon Frere in April of 2015 for my son, Cody Aleman Sr. It was my understanding that he would pay it, he would help pay it back or just pay it back on his own, because it wasn't my loan. I paid $50 on this loan so far. Thank you, Rhonda Miller. That's
Right,
your
that's
mom's
what-
word.
That took place between y'all two. I don't have nothing to do with that. Why don't you have my handwriting on it? Why don't you have me, you know what I'm saying, if I was supposed to help pay it back?
Let me see it, sir. You and your mom have a good relationship or not?
It's rocky, but
Your mother ever talked to you about this?
yeah, she has.
And what did you tell her when she asked about it?
She asked me like if I could help her pay it and this and that. I'm like, well, I don't have any money. I mean, I got other outstanding bills that I'm trying to pay off too. I got my unemployment I'm trying to pay off, child support I'm trying to pay off.
You never told her you believe you should pay it?
I told her I'd help her if I could.
Help her. The problem you have here, sir, I, Rhonda Miller. That's the first three words. I borrowed. I borrowed. Didn't it say my son and I? For my son. Yeah, that's what he's saying. He borrowed it for me. In fact, this is the worst part. I've paid $50 on the loan so far. She's meeting the obligation. She's paying the debt. I'm trying to read this over and over, but it's going to be hard, sir. I got to be fair, and I have to go by the law. You admit that there was a conversation.
Yes, Your Honor.
And there was a misunderstanding. Right?
Well, it depends on which conversation you're going off. The conversation
The
that
conversation
he said that we had,
in the car,
I
on the
said
phone.
A payment arrangement was never brought up.
I understand. That the discussion, was it a misunderstanding?
No, Your Honor.
This man ain't been to court before, sir. Can't beat him. I can't beat him. I hate this.
Defendant Cody Aleman was friends with the plaintiff, and although he respects the fact that the plaintiff quit drinking and is now sober, he does not appreciate when Brandon criticizes his lifestyle choices.
If he'd have said it was a misunderstanding, I would have said there was no meeting of the minds, and that invalidates all contracts. But Mama says she understood, and he says he understood. I'm sorry, sir. You do have to sue his mother.
I had to disagree
sorry.
with you, Your Honor.
I know you do, but this is the law.
Your Honor, if you look at it like this, though, he's the benefactor from this. He is the one who went to court. He's the one who got the lawyer. He's the one who got a reduced sentence. He's the one who did not suffer increased consequences. He's the one who benefited from me hiring a lawyer for him.
You're right.
If anybody should be required to pay back this debt, it should be Cody.
All right, but I have to go by what you gave me. And she says, I borrowed. So you have to sue the mother, sir. You have to sue her. Claim is dismissed. Have a good day.
Well, come through and I try to look like a knight in shining armor. I look like a moron wrapped in tinfoil carrying a cardboard sword, man. Look at me now. Like, I'm out with all that money, and look at you. Look at you.
I'm all right.
Yeah, you're all right, man.
Yeah.
I hope you're gonna come and start paying me back.
I'm not doing that sign no paper, so I mean.
Life ain't easy, man. I got my own problems to deal with.
I get that.